business unit only. So, hi everyone, thank you for joining in on a Saturday. We welcome to a third Web3 Startup Pitch session by Guardian, where we are all about connecting awesome projects with Web3 investors. In our previous sessions, we had a blast with more than 11 fantastic projects and over 15 institutional investors joining in and being connected with each other. Today, we have an exciting lineup of 4 projects ready to pitch their hearts out. Let us give a big shout out to Kunji Finance, Loop of Infinity, Metaquantum, and Convival. Thank you so much, founders, for joining in for the session, and thank you so much for the investors. Get ready to hear some cool pitches from these passionate founders. It's time to dive into the world of Web3 innovation together, and let's make it happen. For the first pitch session, I would like to welcome Anurag Dikshit, founder of Kunji Finance. Kunji Finance is a unique decentralized platform offering synchronized portfolio management through long and short strategies for any user. They are currently in their seed round, and they are raising $1.5 million by a safe methodology, document. I would like to welcome Anurag Dikshit.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, we can hear you.
Perfect.
I think,
awesome.
Anurag, you can share your deck and we can start with your pitch for the day.
You have disabled sharing, so
I will enable it for you.
Okay.
Yep.
I still disabled. Okay. Yeah. I got it. Okay. Good. So let me know if you guys can see the deck, okay?
Yes, we can.
Great. So Kunji is all about disrupting the asset management paradigm. And when we say asset management, the first thing that comes to mind are like crypto asset management, because that is the industry we belong to. So crypto hedge funds of course deliver very high returns because of the active portfolio management services they offer. But they are also restricted in terms of there is a minimum investment requirement and there is a lock-in PPA which can be locked. And of course, hedge funds being a black box, there can be catastrophes like ADC, Aramida, etc. that keep happening over a period, time again, which have resulted in eroding billions of dollars of investors' wealth.
Anurag, I think your voice is a bit unclear. I think so. It's too far away.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's clear, right?
Okay. So at times they have, they also end up eroding billions of dollars of investors' wealth because of their black box nature. So so definitely crypto hedge funds are not for retail investors. So what is there for retail investors? DeFi yield-based platform which offer returns between 4 to 10, max 20%, not enough. Trading on your own, 81% of crypto traders end up losing a median of 48% of their capital which they deploy as per a BIS report. So point is there is no active portfolio management service for retail investors which they can use to invest in a risk-adjusted, high-return kind of a product. And we believe it's a time for a change, right? And the change is Kunji. So Kunji is a decentralized platform that connects asset managers with liquidity providers and investors. These guys, they offer active portfolio management services that run on thesis-based long and short investment strategies. So what we enable is, you can say quote-unquote hedge funds for retail investors without any regulatory ambiguity. And what I would like to highlight here, if I have to draw an analogy, we are to crypto hedge funds what Uber is to emo service. So why Kunji? Why is it so great? We offer best of both the worlds. So high returns that can be possible because of active portfolio management like hedge fund, and we also offer transparency, full transparency, full control of custody, very like pervasiveness like DeFi. And unlike both, there is no socialization of returns, and there is no socialization of returns because of this innovative mechanism that we have, which we call as synchronized investment strategy orchestration. I don't think I'm presenting now, right?
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah.
This is now screen is not visible.
Yeah. So guys, if you could just make me a presenter again, please. Really appreciate it.
Post your mute if you're trying to say something.
Yes, Anurag, you can actually, so you can present right now.
So, I was talking about no socialization of return, and that is possible because of this very innovative mechanism that we have, which we call as CISO, synchronized investment strategy orchestration, which enables users to invest any amount they want at any time they want, exit at any time they want, and make it very pervasive, very flexible, and most importantly, it also ensures that there is no regulatory ambiguity. We don't infringe any hedge fund regulations or anything here. And of course, I spoke about high returns earlier. So how do we do it, or how we are trying to do it? So in these kind of platforms, of course, you would realize that it's very difficult if you're opening both the sites together, and there would be unknown asset managers to come in, and they might not have that patience, they might not have that skill, they might not deliver the returns that you want. So it becomes difficult. So what we have done is we have built an in-house team that is going to serve as the first asset manager on this platform, which will set a benchmark and may create an attractive proposition for the future asset managers coming in. And why? Because due to our expertise, the proprietary risk management and portfolio allocation models that we have deployed, this team has achieved 190%, in fact 195% returns and 204% alpha over Bitcoin in last 12 months of crypto winter. So this is the kind of numbers that we're talking about. Our business model is very simple: 25% commission, charged and settled quarterly. Revenue is distributed between asset managers, participants, and protocol treasury. Coming to when we talk about staking, of course, there's a token and KNJ. So the purpose of this token is to ensure that we generate that kind of TVL growth, the community participation in the governance process, which also means that there is no free lunch, there are no free airdrops. So the distribution and emission of this token will be directly proportional to the TVL that we are going to generate on the platform. Of course, there's staking, and staking by participants, they get 20% of the protocol revenue. There's also staking from the asset manager. Asset managers will have to stake, and that will be proportional to the AUM or TVL they would be allowed to manage. So if you want to manage $1 billion, of course you are going to stake more tokens compared to the one who wants to manage $10 million. So our tokenomics is totally directed towards enabling a community-led governance, community-led growth, and this is how it is. And we make sure that the tokens are released and vested as in how the TL grows on the platform. Talking about traction, we have seen great numbers even now. So we have a 10,000 plus Discord community, around 5,000 on Twitter. We already have, as I said, data to show returns which will attract investors, and we have 25,000 plus wallets already in the wait list. And most importantly, we have now 16 large partnerships and collaborations already established. And you can see the names. So we have partnerships with guys like Arbitrum, GMX, Games, TigerSwap, and so on. We have made enough progress, so we are already on testnet. We have been audited. We are planning to launch the token in the coming 2 months, by 28 July or so. That is the time frame we are looking at. So we already have finalized our market makers and the launch pad, and that is something which we could discuss with people who are interested in. Going forward, our main objective remains that we want to be one of the fastest growing protocol to reach 100 million TVL, and that is what is our aim. Our founding team is also very experienced, diverse experience in building and scaling startups and teams. So I am Anurag. I am the founder. I look after functions like marketing, strategy, fundraise, and product here. Vivek looks after asset management, token engineering, and also on the product. Is more on the finance and regulatory side. We have a solid, world-class dev team in place, which has not only, designed but executed and built this project in a very fast time frame. And this is our ask: $1.5 million. We are looking at, SAFE, but we are open to SAFE plus token bonds. So, questions, guys?
Thank you so much, Anurag. Thank you for the pitching this one. And I think before I I would open to any of the investors who would want to raise questions on the same. 1 second. Yep. And before that, I have a question on this one. You said actually your competition is basically some of the decentralized platforms and also centralized platforms. In the DeFi space, basically, can you list out who are the existing any successful competitors you have?
I would name someone like Enzyme.
Okay. And in terms of traction, you have mentioned that you've already reached 180% for the last 10 months. So this is in partnership with any existing funds who is actually managing the asset portfolio?
No, so we have basically built a team of our own, because that is what we realized that initially third-party asset managers might get anxious if they don't get the number of users or AUM very quickly, and they might lose interest. So we want to have one team which we can be sure of that they are going to consistently deliver irrespective of how the growth of the platform is. So this is our in-house team that has delivered those returns.
Sorry, yeah. So you are raising 1.5 million right now for this round of investment, and have you found any lead investor or any existing investors who have already joined this round? Hello, Anurag? Did we lose him? I think just check up with him and think. That's Kunji Finance, a unique decentralized platform offering synchronized portfolio management through long and short strategies. They're raising 1.5 million in the seed round by Safe Instrument. Thank you, Anurag, for pitching in. And we would move on to our next project, Metaquantum, a fully immersive metaverse with Web2 and Web3 e-commerce and multi-chain functionalities. They're raising their seed round with $8.65 million is their ask. I would like to invite Alex, the founder and CEO of Metaquantum, to pitch their project.
Thank you very much. I share the pitch deck and I leave my colleague Silvia Ferraris to pitch our project.
So I would be, so Silvia will be pitching the session, right?
Yes. I am the chairperson of the project, and Alex will share the desktop because I have some issues with my computer, so I had to connect with my smartphone. So it will help me.
Thank you, Alex. I've just given you the permission.
Thank you. You see my pitch deck?
Yes, we can. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Okay, yes. Metaquantum Metaverse is a project that was born 1 year ago, and is an innovative platform that brings a new dimension to the online experience. So we wanted to allow users to connect in a virtual space using avatars and interact with objects, properties, and also with other users around the world. And we wanted to implement a new way to experience the internet and the web. You know pretty much well that Web 3.0 is something that will bring a lot of value, and we wanted to bring this value to the world. And through blockchain technology and the Metaquantum cryptocurrency, that is our token, we wanted to give the possibility to our users to access a lot of applications and services, and also give them the possibility to virtualize objects, properties, to create, buy and sell NFTs or everything related to their lives. So they can virtualize objects and put them into our services, our metaverse, and sell them or buy them. We wanted to give the opportunity to people to interact in our metaverse with a realistic way. So we wanted to give them the possibility to don't feel the diversity, the fact that they are in a metaverse, but they just have to feel the sensation to be in a real world. So our aim, our goal is to give them the possibility to feel at home everywhere around the world. So to give everyone the possibility to use the metaverse and without knowing that they are in the metaverse. Also, we wanted to give them the possibility to use the blockchain, even if they don't know that they are using the blockchain. What I mean is that we wanted to give them the possibility to use classical marketplace other than the NFT marketplace, because we wanted to, I don't know how to say it. The problem for us is that a lot of people around the world that are older than us, that don't know how the blockchain works and so on, maybe can feel the fear to to get and to go into the metaverse. We don't want to explain them how to use the metaverse, how to use the blockchain, and we want to give them the possibility to continue to use what they are using right now, but give them the security that the blockchain can bring. So our solution is to develop a metaverse that addresses all the problems about scalability, interoperability, and accessibility, and also give the possibility, as I told you before, to access the metaverse with everything. So laptop, tablet, smartphone. Our goal is to perpetuate into the people's lives and give them everything they want. Also, we wanted to bring value to clients that can be sellers, small sellers or big sellers, and I mean, for example, shops of every kind of product that they can sell, for example, and to do that, they will pay an amount of money every month. They can have a plan, and they can choose what plan is the best for them. So, for example, if you want to just have minimum services, you can pay an amount. And as you can see in this scheme, there are a lot of possibilities to get the plan that is proper for you. And that's how we get the money from the clients. So how we pay ourselves and our project. And also using our Metaquantum token, a user can create a unique avatar by scanning, for example, himself with the app, or create a full virtual avatar. Then they can create objects from scratch or virtualize any physical objects. So in the future, we wanted to give them the possibility to use also VR technologies, and also give them the devices to, for example, glasses, to get into the metaverse. But that's not mandatory, so they can choose. And as I told you before, they can buy and sell every item. Obviously, they have to compile a form and know your customer, so we can check if your shop or if your items are sellable, and if you are a true person. And so there is a strong security and a strong technology beside everything we create. And right now we have the ambition of create and give the access to people to the metaverse through classic marketplaces. For example, something like, I don't know, Amazon. You can access the metaverse, you can access the blockchain technologies using this marketplace, but you don't have to use blockchain or use token or use cryptocurrencies. You can choose to pay as you used to.
So you have 1 minute. Sorry to interrupt,
thanks.
you have 1 minute.
I just have to say our conclusion that we know that metaverse is an ambitious and word, and there are a lot of people around the world that are trying to do something with the metaverse. But what we wanted to offer is a user-friendly platform. So we wanted to design and facilitate easy access to the metaverse for people, and give them the possibility to do everything they do in real life, but in the metaverse. So we think also about the design. We wanted to make a beautiful design and give people a beautiful user experience.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, yeah, I would like to, if we have it open to questions, anybody who has any questions regarding the Metaquantum and what they're doing actually, according to the plans, so we're open for that. You can also type in the chat mechanism to connect out, and I think Sylvia and Alexander can drop in your Telegram or whatever way they can reach out to you. Your personal reach out, so that people can directly reach out to you. That's one. And
okay.
So Sylvia, this thing is that at what stage are you in right now with regards to product development? Or
we developed the classic marketplace, and we are building the Metaquantum land. So we are focusing on the metaverse, and right now we have raised almost $50,000 from private and equity. So, for example, people that are friends and families right now, but we need some money because we needed to do some marketing. So we have we are looking for funds because we need to get the clients meet and know us. I can't hear you.
So I think we have one more question from Onkar of this one, JST. Are you currently engaged in any strategic partnerships and collaborations with regards to, I think so, what was meaning, I think so, is regards to the kind of, so who will be deploying assets onto your platform actually? So those partnerships actually, with any studios or how is it?
Can you repeat please the question?
So I mean, like, who will be contributing in the initial go-to-market phase? Who will be contributing assets to your platform for your metaverse? I mean, like, who will be contributing those assets? Any dev partnerships you have established?
The partnerships?
No. For the go-to-market phase, when you establish your metaverse, there needs to be multiple assets which need to be deployed and which can be utilized for multiple. So who will be deploying these assets? Within, will it be internally from the team, or will it be?
Yeah. We have a strong team and we have developers. We wanted to develop internally into our teams.
Hi Sylvia, Raju from 4AM Capital. Does our promoter have previous experience of fundraising?
Could you repeat please?
Yeah, I'm asking, like, does our promoters have previous experience of fundraising?
I don't know if I got the question, but we had the previous fundraising from friends and families. This is our first fundraising with investors.
Who's your,
Yeah, sorry, you can continue. But you can.
So who's your leading investor right now? I mean, in your group?
I couldn't understand you, sorry.
So I'm asking like who is a leading investor?
Now I don't have lead investors, but we talk on more VC and investors.
Right now we are signing a contract with an investor in Milan, because I am from Italy and Alex is from Romania, and I am helping him to find some funds in Italy, and we are signing the contract in 1 month from now with this big company. We are investors. It is called EG Investment Group. That is a big group with a lot of clients that are investors, and they are investing in metaverse. And our project was beautiful and wonderful for them. So they believe in us, and they want to invest in our company. And in the 4th of July, I will come to Rome to sign the contract. So we have this first investor, but we are trying to fundraise even outside Italy. So here why we are here right now.
So great here. What is your current burning rate?
What
What's
is
the current?
Burning rate.
Alex,
I don't
2000.
understand. Sorry.
I think he was asking what's your current burn rate right now? How much are you spending on a monthly basis right now? How much are you spending on a monthly basis for your team?
For the project.
Yes.
Okay, we are paying the team and something related to marketing. We are some costs related to the development tools that we use every day. I am also a developer, so for example, I use a lot of tools to program, to write code, and basically we are at least 15,000 a month.
Just wanted to check out if anyone has questions. And in the earlier Anurag Dixit has actually left out of the meeting because he lost his power. I think he's dropped in his email in the chat. If anybody wants to reach out directly to him, you can have a direct message to him, or you can reach out in his email. And you can also connect with our team So thank you so much, Sylvia and Alexander, for joining in for the pitch session and answering all the questions. And thank you so much for joining in. So that's Metaquantum, a fully immersive metaverse with Web 2 and Web 3 e-commerce and multi-chain functionalities. They're raising the seed round of funding, and their ask is $8.65 million, and they have currently raised $50,000 from their set of angels and investors. And thank you so much for joining in, guys. Coming to our third project of the day, it's Convival. Thank you so much. Thank you. Coming to the third project of our day is Convival. Convival is creating a unique Web3 powered global gaming ecosystem to democratize the access to opportunities for all gamers, builders, and stakeholders alike. From Convival, I have Ashish Mittal, COO of Convival, for joining in the session. Ashish.
Thank you so much. Can you allow us to share the screen, please? Can you give the power to Harshit? He will be screening.
Yeah.
Ashish, yes. Yeah, Ashish, you're welcome.
So first of all, thank you so much, CoinStore team and the fellow investors and founders for giving us time and platform to talk to you guys. Really glad to be here. So I want to introduce the team first. So I also have with me Harshit Singh, who is the CEO of the company. He's the lead tech developer. He has experience in working with TradeFi and DeFi companies, and he has also invested in his earlier avatar in 20 plus play-to-earn projects. And he's an entrepreneur. He's already sold one of his companies back in 2020. I'm Ashish Mittal. I am the COO. I worked in the traditional finance department. I have been the HR head for Aviva Life Insurance, one of the leading insurance companies in the world. and I have left the Web2 world to venture into the Web3 world now. We also have Mukesh Mahapatra, who is the Chief Marketing and Business Development Officer for us. He's a very respected KOL and worked with 70 plus projects in the last 3-4 years as a key opinion leader and a launch strategist. The other team members are Mohammed Novia, who's here, who's our Chief Analytics Officer, and he looks after the user engagement and development. We also have 2 members who are not here, Praneeth Kumar, who is the Chief Compliance Officer, who takes care of the legal aspect and experience in legal domain, and Vishnath Akela, who is the CTO of the company. So I want to also, before we go into the further rounds, I want to introduce Convival and what we are doing. So we believe there are 2 types of crypto companies. One we call antibiotic, which is absolutely essential for the survival of the blockchain industry, and we put companies like Polygon, Matic, Arbitrum into that category to build the infrastructure layer for blockchain industry. And the second kind of companies, what we call them as vitamins, who are not essential for the survival of the industry, but are absolutely important for the growth. And that's where we come in. We are a gaming company. We are a gaming ecosystem, leading a gaming ecosystem. And we believe that gaming is the way that we can move forward in the blockchain industry and get people to engage more with the blockchain and have more adoption. So before we move further, I wanted to introduce our angels and ambassadors. So Min Kim, who is currently marketing head of SushiSwap. She's an angel investor. We have Dr. Anish Mohammed, who's the CEO of Panther Protocol and is the board of advisor for Ripple and Ocean Protocol. We have Amit Malik, who's a CXO, and he's currently working with Batchpay. He has been one of the biggest off-ramp and on-ramp ecosystem in the world. And Sam Kamani, who's our advisor, who has already built a company on esports and can bring a lot of experience for us. Some of the development partners I want to introduce is Yogo Capital, who's building our games, and they are the development partners for our gaming ecosystem. And Rock and Block, who are building our blockchain and testnet networks for us too. And they have worked with companies like Warner Bros, Disney, Sony, all the big names. So we have partnered with some of the great studios in that regard. So in terms of ecosystem partners, before we go into the ecosystem partners, I want to tell you what are we trying to solve here. So there are 2 big problems that we are trying to solve. One is how do you monetize the attention for a normal user? For example, today when we look at Instagram, a lot of us spend a lot of time on Instagram. The only people who are absolutely able to monetize the attention is the company itself or some content creator. For a regular user like you and me who go on Instagram and check out reels, we get nothing in return except for probably some sort of entertainment. So we believe that attention is the biggest commodity in the world right now, and if you can help users monetize their attention, you can really make it big. And that's what we're trying to do by getting into the hyper casual and casual gaming market, where we are telling people that if you come and play our games, not only you'll get entertainment, but you'll also get a value for your time that you're spending with us. And just to give you some stats around this, there are 10 million active gamers on hyper casual and casual gaming departments only in India, and they spend about 150 million hours on playing these games in Web2 companies, and I'm not even going beyond India right now. And what do they get in return? Either they win something or they get entertainment of playing the game. So what we are doing is we're tapping this market of hyper casual game. We are building games like Convival, Ludo, 9 Ball Pin, and Poker. And the idea is that even if we are able to cash into these markets and tap 1% of the population, we will have more users than one of the biggest games and the biggest metaverse companies that are available in the market. So now the big question is, if this was so easy, why are other people not doing it, right? And that's where the second big problem that we are looking to solve. The second big problem is the entry barrier for Web2 people into Web3 is quite hard, because you need to understand how Bitcoin works, you need to understand how Ethereum works, and then you need to understand how you buy and sell these cryptocurrencies. Then you have to understand how MetaMask works before even you can come and go into any metaverse or play any game. So the second problem that we are trying to solve is what we call a gamer's liquidity problem. There are not enough gamers who come and play these games or use the metaverse in the Web3 world. And how we are trying to solve this is by creating a social login system for these games. Instead of using your MetaMask to come and engage on the blockchain, we are saying we can use WhatsApp, we can use Facebook, we can use Google login for you to start playing these games. And then you start to earn some tokens basis of playing these games. Once you start earning these tokens and once you want to cash out, that is when you need to cross that barrier of how do you buy and sell, how do you purchase and sell cryptocurrencies and get money in your bank account. And to create this and to create this seamless experience, we have partnered with some of the big infrastructure people like Vatchpay, who are the biggest off-ramp and on-ramp solution using credit cards and direct to bank. We've also partnered with this company called Coco, who's a partner of Link, where you can actually use UPI to buy and sell assets and NFTs and gamble if you want to on the platform. And we've also partnered with companies like Shardium, who are building one of the biggest community in India by going to tier 2 and tier 3 terrains, where the actual user are coming, people who have time and energy to spend on these platforms. If you look at big companies of casual gaming in Web2, they're the biggest market in tier 2 and tier 3 cities, not in tier 1 city. And how do we tap that? And that's the whole target. So, and by just purely looking at numbers, even if we can do vampire attack on these companies, even 1% users will amount to about 1 lakh users per day coming onto our platform and playing games. And to just showcase you what we have done so far, we have already built one of the games, and we want to show you the gameplay so that you understand what type of games we are building. So this is a game called Convival Royale. It's a strategy-based multiplayer game where you have to destroy the bunkers or the castles of the enemy. It's a real-time game which you can play. The strategies would include what kind of elixirs, what kind of NFTs are you using, what kind of players are you using while playing the game. And that's how you basically outsmart your opponent here. It's one of the most addictive games. It's based on Clash Royale, one of the most addictive games in the world right now. And we also have built NFT marketplace around this, so you can actually buy and sell assets if you want to further your experience in the game. So this is how this particular gameplay looks like. The second game that we have built, which will be live in next 15 days, is called Ludo, which is one of the biggest rage in India right now. Everyone is playing Ludo. So that's the second game that's going to go live in next 15 days. So after 15 days, we're going to launch our Android app where you can play Convival Royale and Ludo together, and that's where our community building will start. So that's where we are in terms of development of our product. We are also building another feature which is called esports, and where what happens in esports is slightly unique, where we allow any Web2 or Web3 companies to hold tournaments, and you can earn tokens just by watching esports. So we are introducing a new concept called Watch to Earn, where the AI technology will use the camera of your phone to track your eyeballs to see whether you are actually watching the game or not. And if you are watching the tournaments, you can earn money while watching the tournaments as well. So that's where we bring a new concept of called Watch to Earn. And this esports app is going to become a hub in future where any Web2 or a Web3 game can hold a tournament, and anyone who holds the tournament, plays into the tournament, can earn some money while being here. So that's how we are building the bridge between Web2 and Web3, and that's why we are making that bridge easy to navigate for Web2 users to come into Web3 ecosystem.
Ashish, you have 1 more minute.
Yeah, so I think I'm
We are
almost
done.
let's move to the ask side because that's more important. So just to give everyone an indication, we have finished our angel round of $140,000. Now we are here to ask for a seed round where we are raising $350K at the valuation of $9 million. And we've also given a brief summary of how this money is going to get spent in the future. So this is right now we are raising funds for our seed round, 350K. I'm open to questions, including my team.
Yeah. If you guys have any questions, they're like ready to answer. So host, you are mute actually. So we
Yeah,
cannot hear you.
Santosh here from Brink, India.
Yes, Santosh.
Hello.
Hi, Shankar.
Yeah, hi Sharma, hi. Thanks for
Hi,
having.
Thank you so much. You're welcome.
Quick one, Ashish, can you throw on some light on the current stats on the users on the existing game that you're already live today?
So Santosh, our game is on testnet, and we wanted to launch this along with one more game like Ludo. So we have not opened it up for users at this point. We are going to start marketing activities, and we're launching in the next 15 days. We'll launch 2 games together. And hopefully in next 3 to 4 weeks we'll have some stats to share with you. At this moment we are giving some final touch to our both games, because we didn't want to launch with one game. We thought if it's an arcade, let's launch with at least 2 games and not only with one. So we don't have any users at this point.
Specific players at this moment. So we are partnering with we have multiple esports partners and guilds partners we already have at this moment. So we are also launching our 500 Genesis NFT collections in partnership with Link, which is also one of very good friend of ours. So that's how we are entering in the market with multiple big partners already in the space, with a big community of Shardium, with a big community of Visha Gaming Guild. That's how we are planning to enter in this market and go and test the real users. So the first game that we're gonna get traction will be the Ludo, and we're gonna test the India market, how they come and play into our ecosystem. So we are doing a Genesis round for that, so that we can create a hype around our game, and we onboard a limited amount of users at first, and when we get some feedback from them, then we'll list them for public use case. So that's our plan to enter in the market. Santosh.
Just want to add one more line here, guys. So as was said already, that we are looking for some exclusive 500 to 1,000 people at the beginning. So our first campaign to build the community and to explore the world of Convival ecosystem is about to come in the 2nd of the week, June. Then we will announce our early birds catch the worm campaign. So they will get introduced with Convival ecosystem. First 500 to 1,000 people, the limited. Those who are going to test, those who have the privilege to get into the beta, those who will get the privilege to get into all of the Convival 5 and Convival ecosystem products will get the advantage to get inside. So we're going to announce this in the 2nd of the week.
Yeah, thank you.
So we have another question, I think, on the chat from Abhiram Sharma regarding the user acquisition cost. So let me take this question. So Abhiram, thanks for the question. So at the beginning, for the first 50,000 users, our estimate of the user acquisition cost is going to be between $8 to $12 per user. And as we move from 100,000 users to 500,000 users, we expect the user acquisition cost to go down to $2. And the reason why this cost is low is because our initial target market is India and Southeast Asia, where acquisition is slightly cheaper. And we are also working with some of the Web2 companies who have about 1 million users to understand their strategy and how they have gone about it. So these costs are coming from the discussion and analysis with them. So at the moment, for the first 500,000 users, we expect the average cost to be anywhere between $1 to $2 in the coming time. But we also expect the revenues to start coming in once we have these users. So it will not go out only from the burn from our pocket, because as soon as people will start to come and play, we will start to generate some revenues.
Yeah. So we have another question here, who are the main competitors? So we have plenty of competitors over here, but we came up with a whole ecosystem, and we are not just creating one game unlike other companies. So we came up with the ecosystem. We will have multiple arcade games, and we'll have multiple esports apps where any Web2 guy can come into our ecosystem, and they can organize tournaments into our ecosystem. So they can also be the part of that. In terms of competitive advantages, we are most of the crypto companies don't have Web2 login access, and they're not a grandma friendly thing. So we partnered with Poco and Wadspace so that we can enable UPI payments into our ecosystem, so that users can seamlessly come in and come out of our ecosystem. So that will be the major competitive advantage we have at this moment. And the other competitive advantage we have amazing partners in this space that will help us to build this ecosystem and grow this ecosystem. So I guess that was the major competitive advantage we have at this moment, like Web2 login credentials and all that stuff.
And just to add on to that question, actually our competitor would be more like a Web2 spaces, companies like Supri, companies like MPL, IPL, Dream11, because we are going to target their customer base to come in and join our ecosystem. We don't have a direct competition in the Web3 space.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, but
Hi, Atif.
Hi Sundaram.
That as you're saying, we are planning to acquire some Web2 users. So how do you convince them to come to Web2? So what is your major strategy to convince them?
I would like to answer this. So we designed our ecosystem in a way that it is more fair, more better, more decorative than all other games. So like we have Web2 competitors. So in this case, like all the companies are charging like lot of fees in between, and their cost is also too high. And there are many strategies by which we can target those users. So in Web3 ecosystem, like people are the part of the ecosystem, and the revenue doesn't goes back to the company. So all the revenue, everything goes back to the community and user base. So that is the key big reason because of which people can come to our platform, and we have more features. We are trying to come up with better games. For example, like nobody have voice in their role. So we come up with ideas to make the game more attractive, where people can interact each other in better way. And there are many more economic strategies we are planning. We are researching from Web2 and Web3 both and combining them and coming up with more solution to make game more interactive.
And just to add, Sundaram, while Mavia has explained in a very technical form, I just want to give you a very layman understanding of how we are targeting these customers. So if you go on a Zoopy today or a Dream 11 today, you need to spend some money to be able to play that game. Or even if you're not spending any money, you will need to give your time on the platform to play that game. What we are saying is, you'll get the same experience, you'll get the same gameplay, for example in Ludo or in 9-ball pool or in any other game. You'll have the same user experience. You can use your login like WhatsApp, OTP-less or something like that to log in. But while playing, instead of you only giving your time, you also be able to earn some money. Even if that is 50 rupees for playing 1 hour or 2 hours in a day, that is our pitch. We are saying if you come and play, if you give your time to us, we will help you monetize your time through the play-to-earn mechanics that has already been popular, right? So that's a layman language to explain how we are doing target. We're saying same gameplay, you'll have the good experience to playing the game, but what if you can earn some money over? So, for example, if you can earn some money to watch some reels on Instagram, would you go on Instagram or some other platform which is giving you some money to watch those Instagram reels? So that's the pitch that we have. Obviously, there are layers of strategies around it, which Mavia has explained in terms of how can we acquire them. But that's the layman targeting punchline for us.
And one more interesting thing is like all the rewards.
Mohammed, we were closing on the time. It's fine, no problem. I think we can extend the questions.
So guys, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask, and like I'm sharing our contact.
We will. I will help you reach out to the respective investors and questions. And just wanted to ask one final, this one just before closing out, is that for the current seed round, have you closed in on any lead investor, anybody who is joining in, any known names joining in just for the information purpose?
Sure. So I would like to answer this question, guys. Recently, we have concluded our angel round, and we received tons of the requests, as well as we are grateful to have quality people like Min Kim, who was the ex-CMO of Polygon and all. Amit Malik, we have Dr. Anish, and the more names on the pipeline that we are going to announce. But when it comes to seed, we have recently concluded our first milestone. Now our major focus is all about the building our product to launch on the second of the week of the June, that we are coming up with the ideas of the communities and all. The first campaign only was just the norm. So yeah, we are in touch, and we have some the surface discussion with the
we have Zalo, we have QBC as our current lead investor in this moment. QBC is the one who are like currently finalized and give us some money, give us a check on the seed round, and we very recently started it.
We already concluded our investment with the QVCs, but when it comes to the seed, about the raising round, about the leading one, so yeah, we are in touch with a couple of VCs friends as well as the connections as well. So if you are looking for the seed one, please reach out to us. I'm dropping my contact as well on the bottom.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Harshit. Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you, Mukesh, Ashish. Thank you all. Thank you from Convival for joining in this session. And so that's Convival. They are raising 350K for the seed round of investment. Convival is creating a unique Web3 powered global gaming ecosystem to democratize the access to opportunities for all gamers, builders, and stakeholders combined together. Thank you for joining in, team. Thank you again. So for
Thank
the
you,
last,
thank you for hosting.
so for the last session of the for the last project of the day, we have Loop of Infinity, and we have Ashish Kekane, founder and CEO from the team representing us. Loop of Infinity is building a unique virtual world where players can create, play, and own and earn, elevate their gaming experience, and also monetize their gaming experience. I invite Ashish to present his pitch for Loop of Infinity.
Hi, everyone. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes. One second.
Okay.
Ashish, I think you can do the presentation, right? You can showcase the presentation.
Yep. Yeah. Right now, so I would like to start small about.
Ashish, your voice is breaking. We're not able to hear you. Ashish, you're on mute. Ashish, you're still on mute actually. Ashish, currently you're the host actually, I think so you can do that. I'm like, I've also tried.
Am I audible right now?
Yes, you are.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I would like to introduce the project. The Loop of Infinity is a blockchain-based play-to-earn racing game integrated with a loss-proof DEX, which is our different product we are offering in the market. And these all things will be powered by a loop network, a layer 2 scaling solution on top of a Polygon network, which we are building right now. So I would like to start with a white paper instead of a free stake. Yeah, so just give me a moment. So on the introduction part, the Loop of Infinity aims to solve a problem currently faced by the gamers and gaming industry whole. The major and most important issue here is the transparency, security, and scalability. And how we are solving that, we are coming with our own layer 2 scaling solution, which will be totally made for gaming only, right? We have like our own gameplay, like the platform where people can play, create, own, and earn all the digital assets they have. We also have our own decentralized exchange coming. So the DEX, we call that, which is the first ever loss-proof DEX we are offering in market. What is the loss DEX means, right? So in case of any security issue, which is most common in the blockchain cryptocurrency industry, if we get like attacked on the liquidity pool or any some security issue happen, we will be covering up to 60% loss for the users whose wallet gets compromised, right? Why we are confident in that? We believe in our security and the development process, and we are offering that because of that, right? On coming on the game part, yeah, so it is a niche specific game, racing. So our main competitor is like Rave Racing, which is a Web3 racing game as well. We also have like a traditional gaming. The most the traditional game is the NFS, right? Need for Speed by ESO. So how we are different from that? Like NFS is just a normal game where you can participate in the like tournament, in the race, and you just play it for the ranking, right? In case of Loop of Infinity, you can earn FY tokens according to the prize pool and according to the tournament you are playing, right? So we have a simple business model. We have a 60 and 40% winning and losing ratio. For example, if 100 people are playing the game, 60 will be a winner and 40 will be a losers according to their skill, right? So it is not like gambling or anything kind of that game. So it's totally based on the skill of the users and players, right? Right now, we have done with all the backend development for the decks, and we will be proudly like launching our decks on a mainnet in next 1 month, where people can trade all the cryptocurrency assets on different networks. Like like our decks be adding more network bridges in the future as well. So in next 1 month we will be live with our own decks, and we are coming up with our token private round in next 15 days. So we had a date like 10th of June to launch, but because of some technical issues and some technical work, we have delayed that date as well. On a team part, we are a team of 14 people, including all the blockchain developers, like the game development companies, like game developers, finance, and all the areas, right? I am personally in talk with Epic Games and Sony PlayStation. So I had a meeting with like director of Epic Games for the Unveil engine, and hopefully we will be closing a strategic partnership with them, where they agreed to provide us all technical and the team we need for the game. And this is the first ever triple game. So triple A level game is like you play GTA, Vice City, you play NFS, you play Forza Horizon. Those are the triple A level games, and those are complex to build. And in blockchain network, they are more complex now. So you can build the traditional game, and on the blockchain part, it's a very different. So we are doing that. So we are the first ever to create the AAA level game on the blockchain base. Also, I would like to add here on the Loop network, which is our layer 2 scaling solution. So Loop network will provide a user like a very low gas fee transaction. Then the security they need to like play the game and trade on the platform. Also, in the game, there will be a lot of other stuff, like people can customize their cars, to like buy some garage space. They can auction to other players as well. We are not like going too much into NFTs because I personally think that is too like cluttered right now, and we don't like to like focus on the NFT part. Instead of that, we are focusing on it. Design and very easy to use interface for the user. So I just like to share. I would share our website, which is not live yet, but yeah, I can give you all the details. So we are still working on this website. We have having some like features like the play phone and
Ashish,
so players can participate in the race. Yeah.
You have 1 minute. 1 minute.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sure. So I would like to conclude with this website. So we have this new site coming soon. We also have our road map, and we are pretty much close to like the second of the roadmap. And today is like our ask is $1 million on a current. It will be our pre-seed round. This project is totally a bootstrap at this moment, and this will be a lead round, which we are asking for. If anyone have any questions, I will to answer those.
So Ashish, this thing is that have you as of right now, have you raised any funds in this round, or anybody has joined, any angels or non angels in the names?
No, this is a struct project as I mentioned. No. This is a bootstrap product. We don't have any investors
No, no.
outside
In the
investment.
what I meant was in the current round. In the current round, what you're seeking right now.
In the current round, we are seeing like angel investors, so the VC funds who will be like ready to lead the round. It is a pre-seed round, and our ask is $1 million, and it will be on a convertible note.
Hello. So yeah, I think we have one more question from Abhiram here. Is the product ready? Is the game ready for deployment right now?
I'll shed light on that. Not ready. The game at least 12 months because building it with both kind of graphics and all the will to go live in next 1 month, where people can add liquidity to boost the liquidity farming, boost the like liquidity, provide token ready, and we are ready to launch our.
Thank you so much, Ashish. I just wanted to check out if any of the investors have any
private
questions.
by participating. I'm dropping my email ID here. So if anyone have any questions in the future, they can reach out to me.
Thank you so much, Ashish. Thank you for pitching Loop of Infinity for this set of investors and everything. Thank you so much for joining in the session. And so that's Loop of Infinity. They are building their first raise game, and they're raising a pre-seed round of funding, and their ask is $1 million. And they're raising the same in the convertible notes. Thank you so much, Ashish, for joining in the session. And that's the end of that's the 4 startups we have today: Kunji Finance, Metaquantum, Convival, and Loop of Infinity. Thank you so much. Thank you all for the projects, founders joining in and pitching your projects with us. Thank you all the investors and who have joined in from our network. And we also thank all the previous investors who have joined in different sessions, actually making our third session much more successful. So we will definitely share the project, share the data with all the investors in our network, in the Guardian network, and share out any interest connections requested by the investors, and directly connect them to the founders of the respective projects. So thank you again for joining in and making
Thank you.
much more successful.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Subeda. Thank you, Vishwas. Thank you,
Thank you,
Sandhya,
Sharma.
Ashwita, Praveen. Thank you, Santosh, for bringing. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Thanks a lot,
Pradosh.
everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you all.
Thank you.